All right, let's go ahead and kick things off, family. First and foremost, welcome everybody. We're happy to have you here. I am Steve Carter, my better half, Pasha
Hey,
Carter,
hey, everybody.
and we just wanted to take some time. And this is very informal. We don't have slides or anything like that. We have done something pretty special over the last 100 plus days. And I'll let Pasha kick it off by just kind of letting her know how she discovered this, how she found digital marketing, and what has happened since then.
Well, first of all, welcome everybody. And I was literally up late at night, as I am sometimes, scrolling, ran across a post by Gary Vee. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of him, but he's amazing, right? And so he started just talking about the next trends, where the world is going. He started talking about social selling, digital marketing, and all of these things that we're going to create the next wave of Uber millionaires. So I started leaning in, listening. It was literally about probably like 1 in the morning, very, very late. And so when he started talking about this, I started immediately doing a deep dive. Why? Because I wanted to find out what was going on. And I'm scrolling, I end up over on TikTok and I see a familiar face. And that familiar face happened to be the young lady who used to babysit our kids. And she was talking about the same thing that Gary Vee was talking about, but what she said, it triggered me because she said, I just made $20,000 last month in digital marketing. I'm like, wait a minute. I know this young lady. She's like a little sister to me, know her, love her, trust her. So of course I'm sitting there waiting for her to finish up, watching her video and all that kind of stuff. So I give her a phone call and I'm like, hey, listen, what is it exactly that you're doing? What is this digital marketing thing? And she started telling me how she purchased a done for you digital course, started telling people about it over on TikTok, and how people just started purchasing it. And not only were people purchasing it, she was learning so much from the course. She was telling me that the course had hundreds of videos, over 50 different modules where it teaches you everything from faceless marketing to TikTok shop to user generated content, you name it. It was like all kinds of stuff, right? Just everything you need to know about how to make money and how to succeed in social media. It even taught you how to create your own course. I purchased it and immediately just started learning. I got back there and I was back there for like 11 days, just learning. And then I just started sharing it with people. And within 90 days, we made over $100,000 in our first 90 days just by learning what to do, sharing the course, and then created our own coaching program. Because what started to happen is people started getting in the course and they were like, wait a minute, I want to learn more. I want you guys to teach us exactly what you're doing. Hold our hand, teach us step by step exactly how to do this. And then we started our coaching community and it has just been an absolute game changer. And so many people are having success. And that is why we're all here today.
All right. So here's the thing that I want everybody to realize is that means about 100 and so days ago, we were exactly where you are, meaning we didn't know what it was about. We were just open to it and we were excited about hearing more about it. And the fact that we heard that there was real money to be made and the fact that money can be scaled, that you can really build something big and build something long-term, because really the whole concept of digital marketing is the fact that you're able to reach the entire world, right? Because you have the world at your fingertips and all you're simply doing is actually putting up posts. And if you want to go live, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to show your face, but you're simply letting the public know that you've got your hands on something and that there's an opportunity for them to also learn how to become successful marketing on social media. Now, let me just go through a couple things that it's not, so that I think this will help a lot of people, because when you think about business, if you're an entrepreneur already, then you already know what comes with that. But I'm just going to name a few of these things. There's a long list. Pasha told me this list was way too long to be reading on here, but I think it's great. Look, no cold calling. Matter of fact, we haven't even picked up the phone and proactively called friends of ours, because that's not what was taught. I mean, it was taught to strictly communicate through social media. Put a post up and it teaches you like what kind of post to put, the verbiage to put in the post, all that kind of stuff, how long, if it's a reel, all this stuff that I had no idea how to do. But so no cold calling, no in-person meetings, no physical products. There's no high startup costs. Wait till you hear that. It's hardly anything. No employees to staff, no deliveries of any physical products, no set schedule, 9 to 5, nothing like that, no special degree to do it, no brick and mortar, no geographical limits, meaning anywhere where the internet works, you can market, no long wait for results. We're seeing people in their very first day become profitable. Not only that, no bugging friends or family. That's a good one. And also no complicated systems and no corporate boss. So that ought to relieve a lot of entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs that you don't have to worry about that. And then the other thing I do want to mention, this is a couple of myths that we've proven to be wrong, right? And that is that you need a huge following. You don't. We've got a young lady that started with this and bought the same course, had 82 followers on all of her social media. And then in the first, I think the first week, 4 people ended up purchasing the course from her because
in one day,
while
she was at work,
3 of which she does not know them personally at all. So she made about $1,600, 1,200 of which came from individuals that she's never met. And that's how powerful it is, because you might be thinking, well, okay, if it's teaching us how to market on social media, what are we selling? Well, there's 2 types of people that are going to consider this. One is a person that may have his or her own business and or product. If that's the case, it'll teach you how to market your business or product. However, if you come to the table like we did, where you didn't have a specific product or business, and you're kind of wondering, well, what am I selling? You're simply gaining what's called master resale rights. So that means the very second that you purchase this course, which has hundreds of videos for you to go at your self-pace, and you can go back there and just learn how to do it, learn all the tricks of the trade on how to market on social media, which I think everybody wants to know, right? There's billions of dollars out there. And so once you buy that course, you immediately own it. And it's almost like a white label deal where now you have the right to market it because you are given your own referral link to the same course. So think about this.
Like a digital franchise.
Think about this. You purchased a course that you didn't create.
Right.
You didn't make any of the modules. You're just learning about it yourself, but you purchase it and you get a link to let somebody else know that if he or she wants to purchase it, they can through your link. And when that happens, you get a commission. Now, you might be thinking, well, what's the commission and what's the cost? Let me tell you both of those, which are exciting. The cost for the program itself, for the course, is less than $500, $497. However, about 80 or 90% of the people that we have shared that course with, they use the installment program, which means they were able to actually purchase the course with about $43 down. That's it. And then they pay $43 over a 12-month period. So this is not going to break the bank at all. If any of you have been to a restaurant in the last however many hours, I'm willing to bet you paid $43 or more, right? So it's not going to break the bank, but you can get full access to the course for $43 down. Now, here's what happens. Once you get your link, let's say someone else wants to learn how to market their business, their product, or their own course, or they don't have a business or a product, and they just want to be able to do what we're talking about now, resell this course, meaning, wait, I didn't make the course, but I can sell it? Yes. If someone purchases the course using your link, even if they pay $43, there is a $400 minimum commission paid to you. That, folks, that is almost 10x on your money. So if you put $43 down, someone buys it for $43 down, you earn $400+. So that's almost 10x, which is 1,000% return on your money. So any savvy businessman or woman will tell you that if you can earn 10x on one sale, that is powerful.
It is.
Now, just imagine if you were to do that where you got at least one sale per month. You're still 10xing your money every month, because the only amount that you have outgoing is the $43 a month until 12 months where it's paid off, where you've paid the entire $497. So now that's not how it works in terms of how people actually can get it from you and how the numbers work. It's been phenomenal. And one thing that I always like to show is documentation beats conversation all the time. And as Pasha mentioned, we've only been doing this for 100 and something days, right? And this is exactly what we've been able to earn. And I can say this, This is also the very first Zoom that we've done.
Yep.
So this Zoom is after that. We just decided we got to get this message out. We got to let people know what's going on. So I know you've been invited on here by somebody that has already purchased the course and somebody that may also be in our coaching program, because here's the thing that I want to differentiate. The course is incredible. I encourage everybody, get the course. Why? It's hundreds of videos back there for you to just get back there and whatever pace you want to move, learn the course, learn everything, learn what's a reel, learn how to brand yourself, learn what faceless marketing is, learn what the difference between a reel and a story, learn all this stuff, right? That a lot of us didn't know. I know I didn't, but learn all this stuff. And then if you want more of a hands-on support system, that's where we come in. We've been in business for ourselves for over 30 years. And the majority, for about 20 plus years, we were in the networking industry, right? We've not been with a network marketing company in probably about 8 years. And nothing wrong with network marketing, which this is not network marketing. And here, let me pause and explain that. If you purchase this course and somebody buys, let's say you purchased it from us, as an example, if you used our link and you bought the course, we'll make a commission of $400, right? One time. If you go sell the course to 100 people, we won't make a dime. You'll make 40,000, right? If 100 people bought it, right? I'm just giving you that example. So that's an incredible. So you're not conflicting if you are in network marketing. This isn't a conflict because it's not an MLM. You don't have an upline. It's literally like a white label where it's handed to you. And now you do what you want with it, right? But you got to learn it on your own. That's the reason that Passion and I started the coaching program. So we created our own business and our own product. And now it's also a digital product. And that is because we come with experience, 30 years of experience, where we also know how to build teams. We know how to make sure that people have the support that they need. We know that if somebody's not that tech savvy, we just hired and put a tech support team in place right now. So they're working with us, helping us as well. And they're involved in this. They bought the course. They're also making money doing this as well. So our whole objective is if somebody needs more support, then in addition to you buying the course, which we encourage you to do, $43 down.
Right.
But once you have the course, if you want more of the hands-on type of approach of training and support and mentorship, where every week we do a live training Zoom amongst the team just for the members that have purchased the personal coaching program, then you're in. And then that way, so think about this. Overall, you can be in a position where you get both courses for less than $100. You'll put like $86 down. You're in both courses. Now you got the best of both worlds. You got the entire library and you've got every week where Passion and I are going to say, this is what we've been doing. This is why it's been working for us. Here's some examples of some posts. Here's some examples of what you should put out there. All that kind of stuff. We do that every single week. We're communicating in the community every single day. We're adding and uploading new videos and trainings and things in there every single day. So we just want to make sure that the model that we've created stands true, which is no one left behind.
And the beauty of this is anybody can do this. That's what I love about it. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter how tech savvy you are. What I love about this is it honestly levels the playing field, because I'll tell you, I didn't know anything about digital marketing or any of that about 100 days ago. I really didn't. But I just said to myself, if I see all of these people that are online that are having this success, then it's possible. That was it. I just told Steve, I'm gonna give it a try, see if I can make a little bit extra. I had no idea it was going to turn into
this. It wasn't until you start digging where you start hearing some of the real stories about what happened. This was before we made a penny. And let them know a little bit about some of the stories that you came across.
Well, first, our former babysitter, we knew, because I knew she didn't have a big following. I knew she was very shy too. So I knew all of that, right? But also I just started seeing stories about teachers who ended up being able to retire from teaching. Why? Because they made six figures, like high six figures doing digital marketing and selling courses. And I knew friends who had courses, but not many of them were learning how to really make the money with it. So I was like, okay, well, let me find the people who are doing it, who are making it happen and all of this. And I just saw so many success stories. We have a gentleman who's a DJ in Chicago, got started, and I think they're close to $15,000 now, 15 grand, and they've been in for maybe 80 something days, something like that. But what I'm loving is it's allowing people to put an additional stream of income. That's it. And you're able to do it directly from your phone. It's literally like turning your phone into an ATM, and you got it right there in front of you. So while we travel, while we're anywhere, it's just like, okay, boom, this is what we do. If people are interested, they purchase the course, and inside the course is going to teach you everything you need. So with the course, you're going to learn. That's what I love. Inside the course, you're going to learn. Inside of the private coaching, it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly. You want them together. Inside of the private coaching, that's where we're going to teach you how to earn. So now we're going to take that and we're going to say, okay, this is what you learn. Now you get back there and you study, you master all of that. And then when you want to really learn how to monetize it, you want help monetizing it. You want help with somebody helping you to put we even are creating a design team where if you want somebody to just put your entire funnel together and everything for you, where they'll put your links in, and all you got to do is send them your pictures and send them your information, and they're going to put that together for you. We have a team for that. Then we got our tech team, where the tech team is, if you need help with your links and that, they're going to be there. So we decided that not only are we going to do this, we're going to be as much help as possible, because I'll tell you, like anything else, digital marketing is one of those things where, yeah, you got to work, you got to put some work into it. But the question is it worth it? Yeah.
Do you really? I mean,
listen,
when you say put work in,
well, you learn, you got to watch the videos.
When you say you're putting work in, what? You used to say an hour a day. And I'm like, babe, do we really put an hour a day in? I mean, now maybe so, because we're building the school, but before it was like 30 minutes, we go live, we post something, that was it. And we weren't having any phone calls, no sit downs, no one-on-ones, no three-way calls. We weren't doing any of that. We haven't done any of that. So I'm saying all that to say, the risk that you face is maybe $43 down, right? Now, if for any reason, let's just say that you were in a position where you had to pay the whole $497, I still say, what do you have to lose? One sale makes you $400. So you got almost everything back with one sale. Right. I don't believe that there's anybody watching this Zoom that doesn't know at least two people that would love to learn how to make money on social media. I'm willing to bet you got a whole lot more than two that would love to learn that. And guess who they can get the link from? You. Mm-hmm. So you just share your link and you get them. And now, because Pasha and I are going to be doing these types of calls, if this was impactful to you, and I'm about to close it down because we don't want this to be long. We want you to want to get somebody else on it. And if it's a 30 minutes or an hour, that's not going to work. And you're just not going to promote it as much because it's taking too much time out of people's schedules. So what I'm saying is we're 18 minutes in and we're about to close it down. So if you have people that you would rather have myself and Pasha explain what this is about, show proof that we've actually made money and that this actually works, then by all means, if you're in the coaching program, we're going to make sure you have every single link to know when the next presentation is, when, if that's what you want to call this, what the next overview or the next explanation. And we let you guys know, and you get your people on and just say, hey, listen to what's going on to some people that we're in business with. And I'm in business. I'm excited to just duplicate what they've been doing. And we're going to show you how to do it. And last thing I want to say, unless Pasha has some closing words, there are billions of people out in the internet, billions. So think about okay, let's just go through these numbers and then I'm done. Let's just say you get to a point where you've got so much digital footprints out there because you're posting stuff regularly and people are seeing it. I had one of my buddies call me yesterday that I hadn't talked to in years. He's like, hey man, I'm watching what you're doing. I'm interested. He joined yesterday, got in the coaching and got in the regular digital course. So he came in, right? Probably put $86 down, but that gave him $1,000 worth of content for him to be able to go and research everything. Now he's in. And so I can promise you this, and I'm going to help him get his first 2 or 3 people as fast as we can, because I know if he gets 3 people, he's going to make $1,200 at a minimum. Right. So now he's profitable. He's in the black. He's out of the red, and every dollar thereafter is profit. So then it's not hard to say, I'm in the black. I'm not in the hole. I've been in for X amount of days and I've gotten all my money back and I've not made one phone call. That's powerful. So we'll
It
teach
is.
you how to send messages to people or just post and let people see what you're posting. And that's how it works, guys. So with
And
that,
listen,
we
guys,
appreciate your time. Appreciate
get
you
with the
guys.
person who invited you on here. And if we got you on here, get in touch with Steve, text him or go get in touch with him and get your link and all that good stuff so we can go ahead and get you up and running.
All right, guys. God bless you. Have a great
Good night,
evening, everybody. Take care.